Hello student, today is our pointer chapter, which is very important in C and C++. In the approach of www, pointer can be described like what is pointer, why we use it, and how we implement it. Firstly, it is important that we know that we should know that what is pointer. Actually, in our computer memory, any variable, like suppose I declare variable I and put some value here. Suppose the value is 12, and we know that any variable which hold in memory having a address, because without address we cannot recognize that item. So in the hexa form, suppose the address in such a way. Computer compiler always works for this and fetch the value from this address, and the value is 12. So what happened when we work on address? It works to quickly search our program, a particular algorithm. This is the beauty of pointer. We can more explore it and take the benefit of this pointer scheme. So suppose this is our program. Int I equals to 12, and we want the print the value of the variable as well as the address of the variable. So how we use it? Just see. I am using printf. As we know, it's a display function. %d/n format specifier I. So it will give the value of I, and if we need the address of this variable, which is 10fh2c, suppose it is can be another value, because in every computer memory it maybe it changed. So do not confuse about this value. Computer allocate automatically, but we should know that it is the hexadecimal value to represent the memory. So I am printing address of it. For printing the address, we need the P statement, format specifier, and this address operator. We should know that this represents, it gives very important role in pointer, remember, and we put the variable name I. So in such way it will firstly represent I 12, and the address of it is 10fh2c. So we can display I value and the address of it. Now we have another approach to use the pointer variable to give the value of this. So how we implement this? In next statement, or suppose I am just rubbing it because it need to be more explored. I am giving int asterisk ptr equals to address of I, or we can simply say that ptr equals to address of I, and if we need print f %d /n I, or print f %d n ptr printf p for address. This is address of I, as we know. And another approach, printf %p /n, this is ptr. Happy? So let us see. We know that display 12 asterisk ptr also print 12. How? Suppose I represent in such a way, ptr variable also made, and it holds the value of address of I. And when we give the asterisk ptr, it represents the value of variable. And if we work for ptr, it gives the address of value. Address of value. So in such a way, asterisk ptr, remember asterisk ptr give the 12 value. Here you print the address I. It will give the address of variable. And if we use simply ptr, it also give the what? Address of variable. Suppose in a program we need to change the I value. We know that in the program, suppose I repeat in here after this, that I should be 13 now. So you know that if we print the printf statement again, %d n I, it will show 13. Right? In the same way, ptr also print 13. In other way, if we use ptr, see the magic, equals to 14. What happened? When we print f %d /n I, so what it will display? This will display I value 14. This is the magic of pointer. Please remember, BTech student, MCA students, and persons who are interested in C language, it is very important thing how we represent the pointer and why we use it. So in another example, I'm using the call by value, call by reference. One question always come in examination of computer science, what is call by value or call by reference. So next example is based on this. So please remember this topic, call by value, call by reference. Suppose this is, I'm making here void main int n1 N2 a declaration of function caller using int. I'm printing the value printf %d can specify and also n1 comma n2, making caller statement n1 comma n2. Then again printf %d slash n for format specifier n1 comma n2, closing the main. And definition of the caller is, so its value, it is return type is void caller int, suppose it is a int b, it can be. Here I approach for a equals to, suppose any value 1, b value it is 2, and simply printing in method a and b, %d for a, %d for b, closing it and give the variable value and closing the method. Now in this program what I am doing, making declaration of variable, also making method calling declaration part of method. I am printing here, suppose I am putting here n1 equals to 11 and 2 equals to 22. I forgot to put the value, initialize the value. So you can take the value 11 or anything, or use the scanf function. So it will print you 11, this is command way, and 22. Making the calling statement, this is calling a statement. It will call here in called function, value are, suppose it's 11 and 22, it is parameters. A represent 11, B 22, but I override it 1 and 2, so it will give you 1 and 2. But when it comes here in main function, it value show what are 2, 1 or 2 or 11, 22. No, it will show the value which is local in the method. This is, so any value changed in the local method cannot reverse back to main method. But when we use the pointer concept, it will really works for us. So how we use it, let's see. This is the way a call by value. Now we use call by reference. in this call by reference, how we approach address in method. I use it variable declaration for two variables and also declare method. Remember, I am using int asterisk because we need address. So in previous example, we know that the asterisk need to be represented to take the address of the variable. I initialize 1122. It will show you 1122 in the same way. This program, we call the method, but important is we are using with n1 and address of it, isn't it? In previous example, ampersand for address of the variable, ampersand also represents address operator. Exam, it also says that what is the use of address operator. Then it comes here, I am using ptr str. So ampersand n will use this way and ampersand way in a such a way. Here we get the 1122, but we override 1 and 2. So in local program it will show you what 1 and 2, but magically when it changes, it goes back to main method, it will also show you 1 and 2, not the 11 or 22. Most important thing, it will show 1 to whichever variable we change it with the help of pointer variable, it automatically changes to main method, because we are working on the address of the variable, not the value of the variable. So very important question for the exam, what is call by value and call by reference. So excuse me, this is in this such a way of www, what is variable, what is pointer, and why we use and how to implement in the pointer. This is a very good example for this www approach. Now if we use it, another important thing in the advance of C, like linked list, what is the use of pointers, because we working on the arrays like the statement. So next example we can also see. How to use pointer for an array. Suppose I'm using int num of 5 element. This 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Simply way, I'm using the statement like int asterisk ptr equals to num, simply. So this element address of, suppose it is f1, this is f2, f3, f4, f5, this is the hexadecimal value, suppose. And this statement represent the first element address. Remember, if we print the value, printf %d n, either value num 0, you know that, or we can use asterisk ptr only. It will show you the value of 1, value 1. So, and where to represent will be represent, and how we can use printf %d slash n ptr plus 1. This statement jumps for the next element. So it will give you 2. In another way, if we need 3 PTR plus 2, it will jump to here. So in such a way, we occupy all the element. So what happens when we have 100 type or 1000 type of element? We need the concept of loop. Here you can see how we approach the loop statement for the pointer. Very important part, how to deal the array. For pointer, here we know that loop statement, I declaration 0 less than condition and increment operator here. Printf %d we know as very well. Here this is the thing for jumping, because in a first way it is a PTR plus 0, it means it's go for 1. In next time it comes here, I value will be 1, PTR 1, it means it's here, and then the same way it was till the counter comes with 5. So all the element will be represented in such a way. So guys, this is very important way to represent pointers. I think you will enjoy this session, and it is remember that sometime I use void main and use a semicolon. So please remember this type of mistakes and do not use it. This type I teach you in such a way because you need clearing of the concept of this main part of arrays, pointers, and the teacher who teach you in colleges or school, please take the advice from them and also take this thing so that your concept can be clear. My sessions from starting from C to end of the pointers, which really will help you, and please do comment if you have some problem. Thank you so much.